Michael. And here we go. Green flag is out for this 10-lap dash to see who gets the pole for later on the race. 12 cars, 10 laps. J.R. Franklin has the lead as we speak. Kelly Moore just lost second place to Brad Layton. Michael Guerra third. Kelly Moore is falling backwards, so is Dan Casey. They're starting second and fourth. Outside lane is not a good look. We go back up to the lead lap 4. J.R. Franklin has a 0.2 car length gap right now. Michael Guerra is third with a 6 car length gap between the top 3 and Michael Thompson. But here comes Brad. Brad Layton is trying to get underneath. FNX Motorsports, J.R. Franklin, number 62 U-Haul car. This is the battle for the pole position to start it inside. You want to start on that inside because it'll give you that little bit advantage. Every racetrack seems like that way. Brad Layton is underneath. J.R. Franklin, can he take it? Yes, he does. Brad Layton now is the leader. Crossover move. The 62 is trying to do the crossover. Can he do it? Oh, he nearly touched him. What a battle for this position. 3 cars now battling for first spot with 3 laps to go. And J.R. Franklin now takes over the lead again. These guys are racing furious for that first spot. You do not want to start on the outside road. You want to get first or second. That 23 is also very fast. We got a 6-car battle for the win. White flag is out. It's still coming down to these 2 drivers. Does Andrew have enough to get him? Or is it too late for Andrew? He's there! Andrew Thompson takes the win! Takes the pole position away from J.R. Franklin on the last lap, last turn. What a race. That was amazing. So, Andrew Thompson will start on the pole. J.R. Franklin will start second. Third will be Michael Guerra. Fourth, Brad Layton. Fifth, Matt Fox. Sixth, Stephanie East Coast. Seventh, Kelly Moore. Starting 8th, David Elliott. Starting 9th, Alan Curtis. 10th will be Derek McAndrews, 11th Danny Casey, and starting 12th will be David Garbo Jr. We'll be right back after these messages. And we are back for the C main. The drivers that were involved in that wreck earlier all got their cars ready to go and are in this race. This will be a 30-lap race to see who can make it in to the finale, to the B main. 6 drivers of 19 will continue. The rest will go home and try again next race. Green flag is out. John Kaufman and Mike Gordon will lead the field to green. John Kaufman has a little bit of a lead here. Then it's Mike Gordon. Stephen Wallace is being battled with Raphael Lazar. We got Johnny Clark. And right now in 6th, and a cup of spot is Ethan Head. Still got a lot of racing left to go. But you guys got drivers like Bobby Labonte, Jamie Cox, Ray Gaulding, Corey Hine. All drivers that all want to race in the main event but have to battle their way through this field to get there. And then still has to battle through the B main, which they will start in the last 6 positions from 25th all the way to 30th. But as we continue to watch, we'll go back down to the leader on lap 5 of 30. John Kaufman has Mike Gordon right behind him, trying to get that first position and get it on the inside. Don't count out Raphael Lazar. I know this weekend didn't go off as well as he wanted to, but doesn't mean he's not going to be a threat for the championship this year. You also got Johnny Clark and Stephen Wallace. Johnny Clark was involved in that wreck with John Kaufman and Joe Lawrence and Ethan Head, and now, right now up in 3rd, 24th spot. Steve Wallace is 5th. Ethan Head is 6th. Joe Lawrence is 7th, 8th is Jamie Cox, 9th is Johnny Van Dorn, 10th is Travis Benjamin, 11th is Greg Gaulding, 12th is Bobby Labonte, 13th is David Pembroke, 14th is Corey Hine, 15th is Sean Stepp. Falling backwards and is now in 17th. It's Gary Smith. Kelly Moore is in 16th. Danny Trey Penner is in 18th, and last, Nick Gulch, who had a bad heat. He didn't make it out in the race and now is last in his heat. And while we were going through the field, John Kaufman is falling backwards. He's now in 4th spot. Fell all the way back to 4th as Mike Gordon now takes the position here. Raphael Lazar is 2nd. As we go back to 6th, we are starting to really see a movement from 4th all the way back to about 9th spot. The battle for 7th right here as Johnny Van Dorn passes Joe Lawrence for that 7th spot. Looks like Greg Galding got around Travis Benjamin also for 10th. This is a battle for 6th right here. Johnny Van Dorn has his Ethan Head for that 6th and final transfer spot into the B main. And it's battling for 7th now. Jamie Cox gets by. Ethan Head. As Ethan Head's car looks like it's starting to fall backwards. As the leader is still pulling away, Mike Gordon now has a over 1 second lead over Ralph Lazar. 3rd is still Johnny Clark. 4th, Joe Kaufman. Battle for 5th here. As Johnny Van Dorn's car is flying right now, and we're just past halfway. We'll move Steven Wallace back to 6th, and in that spot as Joe Kaufman is finally making a move once again on Johnny Clark, but he can't make the move. As Van Dorn is now moving up towards these two. Van Dorn looks like he has a fast enough car to compete, at least try to compete with you guys for 4th and 5th. I mean 3rd and 4th, excuse me. Steve Wallace is starting to get in the clutches of that Texaco Hamilton Chevy of Jamie Cox. Is this W downfall of Stephen Wallace? Stephen Wallace is still holding off Jamie Cox. And here goes Jamie Cox. Jamie Cox is taking that position, going underneath. Yes, he has it. Jamie Cox is now in 6th and the final transfer spot to the B main. Joe Kaufman now loses 5th to Johnny Van Dorn. As you see, Stephen Wallace is now falling even farther back. Still not over. Greg Galding is now catching these two. If Jamie Cox wants to make it in, he needs to either pull away or stay in front of these two to make it into the B main. Both Haviland cars, Texaco Haviland Chevys, both of the drivers were looking really forward to the season. Both of them are having a struggle time in these races. Is Jamie Cox not going to make it in? We are watching this battle. Mike Gordon is pulling away with a 2.4 second lead over Rafa Lazar. Johnny Clark is still 3rd. Johnny Van Dorn is catching him though. Joe Kaufman has a decent lead over Jamie Cox right now. But does Jamie Cox have enough? With Joe Lawrence and Greg Galding right behind him, with 6 laps to go this time by. Got a little high there. We're definitely watching this battle right here to see if we can stay in this position. This is what we will be doing throughout the season when we do these races. We will, during the heat races and during the C and B, we'll keep an eye on the top 5, but 6th place is really where we will be paying attention to see if these drivers can make it in. 4 laps remaining. Does Jamie Cox have it in him to stay in front? And Johnny Van Dorn got around Johnny Clark for third. That TNT Motorsports number 61 Jags Chevy looking really good right now. He's too far behind Lazar and Mike Gordon as we are now down to the last 3 laps. It looks like it's definitely going to be between Joe Lawrence and Jamie Cox. 2 laps to go. What does Joe Lawrence have after he flipped the car in P4? But he's there. Joe Lawrence is there. He's going on the inside. Joe Lawrence took that position. Joe Lawrence with 1 lap to go. This looks like it. This definitely looks like it. Coming around the final turn, checker flag is out for Mike Gordon. Second will be Ralph Lazar. Third, Johnny Van Dorn. Fourth, Johnny Clark. Fifth, Mike Kaufman and John Kaufman. And sixth, and making it in to the B main, will be Joe Lawrence. Unfortunately for Jamie Cox, Greg Gaulding, Stephen Wallace, Travis Benjamin, Ethan Head, Bobby Labonte, David Pembroke, Kevin Moore, Corey Hine, Gary Smith, Danny Trenbanner, and Kenner, Sean Zepp, and Nick Dodge. They will not be making it into tonight's race into the B main. We will see you guys on the other side for the B main. See you guys in a little bit.